My name is JD Bradley, and I've had a hell of a life that's given me a unique perspective and crazy stories that I share here. Yvonne, the one-eyed whore, and Wheelchair Mike were two of the more interesting people I knew during my crack smoking days. I had a bit of a crack problem, although I managed to keep a regular job, which is rare, and I lived in one of the barrios of Corpus Christi, Texas. Yvonne had no problems with the designation of the one-eyed whore. The reason that she had that moniker, some John back in the day put his thumb almost completely through her left eye, and she no longer had an iris. Her left eye looked like Master Po in the television series Kung Fu. Other than that, she was actually quite attractive. The neighborhood was really rough. One of the girls who used to come to my place to smoke me out was found dead in an abandoned house about a block away. We figured she probably overdosed because she did heroin too. Yvonne was the mother figure of the prostitutes in the region. She had to be in her mid-40s and she'd lived a very difficult life and often gave sage advice to young whores. She'd been coming by my place to smoke for a while, and one day she came over and told me, "I know you'd never fuck me, but can I suck your dick? That would mean a lot to me." Well, who was I to say no to that? And that being her profession, she really had that skill down. Another girl came up dead on the house on 6th Street. It was a house the girls would go to when my place wasn't available because I had to sleep for my job. Nerves got on edge, and these are people who have almost no say about their situation. The cops never investigated the possibility of a serial killer, and it never made the news. We had her thing down. She'd come by, bring me crack, suck my dick, and go back out, but never without the motherly advice, "Mijo, you're too good for this life. I want you to make it out." I eventually went to rehab and got a good job and made it out. To this day, I have people I care about in that neighborhood. The last time I saw Yvonne, she was extremely proud of me, and I took her out to eat at a nice restaurant. She asked, "Are you sure you're not embarrassed about me?" But I never could have been. I care about who I care about. A couple weeks later, she was found in that house on 6th Street. That's life on the street. Rest in peace, Yvonne. Now, Yvonne knew Mike because everyone knew everyone in that neighborhood. I was down when I met Mike, and when I say down, I wasn't sure I could get back up after everything I experienced. It was almost my swan song. Mike was and is one of the finest human beings I've ever known. He was a homeless, legless, African-American man that refused to be beaten by life. I was smoking a lot of crack back then. Definitely had a problem with drinking. Plus, I had some mental issues from my time in the Army. Now I laugh at people who feel sorry for themselves, but that's where I was at the time. I used to smoke a lot of crack with Mike. This man, in most people's minds, had nothing to live for. He had no legs. His dick didn't work. He was homeless. Worse yet, he couldn't get Social Security because he was a felon. He was completely dependent on the kindness of strangers. Luckily, he had a magnetic personality and a refusal to give up. I was walking around thinking about killing some cops before they put me down like a rabid animal, and we started talking more and more. I'd be like, "Mike, the fuck are you so happy for?" In reaction to his permanent smile, and he would giggle and respond, "Because I'm alive! I'm alive!" I have to add at this point, I was also reading motivational literature. My paradigms were definitely shifting, but knowing Mike pushed them right along. I went to rehab, quit crack, got a good job, bought a convertible Mercedes, and every payday, which was every other Thursday, I stopped by the convenience store that Mike begged at, and I buy him a big Heineken and a sandwich, and myself and 40 Mickeys, and we drive around drinking and laughing, and he demonstrated to me that our minds are indomitable, and the reality is subject to the human experience. I'd have to Febreze the seat every time after, but I didn't care. I moved in a girl that I was very fond of. She took all my free time, including my Mike time, and someone poisoned him and he died. The details are sketchy, but apparently somebody gave him some bleach and told him it was whiskey, and he downed it and died. It wasn't investigated, no one was ever punished. The funeral was small and sparsely populated. It was financed by a donation jar at the convenience store. That was about the time I stood up again and decided worth was living after all. If I hadn't met Mike, that might have never happened. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and share. Next time I'll be discussing things about women that I've come to realize that I think most men don't.